Another day across the NBA. Julius Randle mid-range.
Yeah, watch out.
Here on Across the NBA, we cover every day, every game, every whatever happens, whatever I want to talk about really about the NBA most of the time, and that's about it. Like and subscribe. Portland Trailblazers in Milwaukee. A reunion for the ages as they played their old lover, Damian Lillard, in Milwaukee. Scoot is actually back playing with those goggles and he looks nice in them. And Scoot was actually cooking early. He had a nice step back 3 over Dame. He was 3 of 3 from the 3-point line. And looked as good as ever so far in his limited time in the NBA. Played more simple. The Blazers held a 16-point lead heading into halftime, funny enough. As the Bucks perimeter defense looked as bad as ever. As we all keep talking about the defense. The uninspiring offense so far. No Chris Middleton today, of course, does not help it. The Blazers got up by as much as 26 points. And the Bucks finally locked in. They were able to get more foul calls. They were able to play some better defense. Some of it was also that Portland just started playing more lackadaisical, more of a waste of time, more of a isolation basketball. And they got complacent. They scored... In the second half, they scored 34 points after being up by 16 at the half, 68-52. And Malcolm Brogdon ISOs were just horrible. They were one of the worst ISOs I've seen in a long time. I absolutely despise every time I saw that. And the Bucks, down by as much as 26 points, had a huge comeback. Malik Beasley gave the Bucks a 3-point lead here. And with 19 seconds to go, the game was tied, and the Bucks got the weirdest go-ahead basket by Giannis, who was sensational in this fourth quarter. He had 17 points of his 33 in the fourth quarter. And once again, Malcolm Brogdon with the ball in his hands. He gets blocked by Giannis, and Dame knocks down the free throws. The Bucks have the largest comeback in the NBA this season. Great win for them, but just also a horrible second half display from the Blazers. Giannis, like I said, 33 points, 16 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks. Dame, 31 points. Blazers lose, and the Bucks win 108-102. Why did I say Blazers lose? Next game up. The Grizzlies at home against the Timberwolves were a fucking embarrassment, as Marcus Smart put it. They also keep embarrassing me in my fantasy. Last week it was Bismack Biyombo in the last game of the day on Sunday, and this time it was Desmond Bane who put up a whooping 3.5 points in my fantasy, so thank you for that. Everything's about me, by the way. The Grizzlies have just been playing woeful. There is no other way to put it. They have been unfun to watch, and it's garbage. But thankfully for them, it's at least against the Timberwolves. This time, who are sensational. They had a beautiful balanced attack today. Everyone got involved. They were efficient. Easy win for them, 119-97. And the Grizzlies have a lot to think about, with Ja coming actually back in about 10 games, I'm pretty sure. Next game up, we had Terry Rozier back for the Charlotte Hornets, who have been actually playing better, but because they are a cursed franchise, we had a LaMelo foot injury. We do not know the details of the injury, we do not know what's going on with that, but he had a really unfortunate situation with his left ankle on this drive, left foot. And we have to wait what is going to happen with that, but it fucking sucks. LaMelo has had a history with this, which is really bad for a young player. Maybe he needs to do some rituals like Steph did early on in his career. So, for the Hornets, you take 1 step forward, 3 steps back. Brandon Miller at least shined with 20 points off the bench on 7 of 11 shooting, but they played against the great Orlando Magic, who forced a ton of turnovers, won the rebounding battle. Jalen Suggs had Jalen Suggs fourth quarter moments. I mean, look at this corner 3, man. That's special. Cole Anthony had 37 and 7 off the bench, which has not happened since Magic Johnson. Paolo had 23, 7 and 8 and has been shooting actually like 50% on his threes, on 4 threes a game over the last 8 games. I love his shot selections with them. Franz Wagner had 30 on 11 of 15 shooting. 7 straight win for this Magic. They win 130-117 over these Hornets. The Phoenix Suns in Madison Square Garden. KD out with a foot injury. Point Book back at it again. The Suns were up for much of the game as Eric Gordon had a throwback performance. The hero of the game was actually Jordan Goodwin though. He made so many winning plays, had 7 rebounds, 3 of them on offense, 14 points, and was just sensational off the bench, with Grayson Allen also missing out today. Nurkic also did this to Julius Randle. As you saw in the intro, it was the Knicks' hard-nosed brand of basketball and pretty much no turnovers from them. They had just 6 on the night that got them back into the game. Jalen Brunson continues to be an absolute menace. 15 of 25, 35.6 rebounds, 8 assists, and a game-tying shot with 22 seconds to go. Tie ball game, you know where the ball is going. Devin Booker will have the ball in his hands, and he is goddamn insane. He won it with 2 seconds to go, gave the Suns a 3-point lead. The Knicks got a shot off, but it did not go in. And Book said about his shot that it felt like an open shot, which, man, ought to be this good, right? I wish I was this good to say that it was an open shot for me too. 28 points, 5 rebounds, 11 assists for Point Book, and he's special. Point guard Booker is special, and I mean, Devin Booker is special overall. Suns win 116-113. Celtics, without Porzingis and Jrue Holiday, against the Atlanta Hawks, who are on a back-to-back night. Trae Young has been quietly really great these last 8 games since that Orlando game in the Mexico City. And now the Hawks just need to put it together with all the other guys. Trae and DeJounte need to play both great at the same time, which has not just happened yet. And it was an incredible 3-point shooting performance by them, as they shot like 19 of 53 this game. Everything else was bad today. Jalen Johnson, as we talked about yesterday, out for 4 to 6 weeks. Sadiq Bey and AJ Griffin split those minutes today. Sadiq Bey was in the starting lineup. And the Celtics absolutely dominated the rebounds, even without Porzingis, 58-43. Tatum was on one, actually. He had 34, 9, and 4. Jaylen Brown had a really solid game. And DeJounte Murray shot 2 of 13, which, yeah. Trae was really good, DeJounte was not. Hopefully they are able to put some good games together now, as they will have a little softer schedule after the in-season tournament ends. And the Celtics got kind of an easy win at home, 113-103. Donovan Mitchell, second game back from the missed time with that hamstring injury. He was playing on the second night of a back-to-back. Darius Garland actually not missing any time with that neck injury. And we actually have a fully healthy Cavs team today. And Donovan Mitchell shot 4 of 17. He had a back-to-back really bad games in his, first 2 starts back from that injury. But it is warranted. And Toronto is actually pretty good defensively as they played against the Raptors. Darius Garland, on the other hand, 24 points, 8 assists, and he had the dagger here to put up the Cavaliers by 4 with 22 seconds left. Dennis Schroeder made it interesting with a 3-pointer to make it a 1-point game, but Donovan Mitchell, even though he had a really bad game, sealed the game with 2 clutch free throws. The Raptors turned the ball over with a chance to tie it, and the Cavaliers win. Great defense by Jared Allen there. 105-102 for the Cavs. They get a good win at home on a back-to-back. The Bulls, the experiment that are the Chicago Bulls, up by 30-9, and they were down by halftime. How does that happen? You are the Chicago Bulls. Not much explanation needed. But for real, the Nets started absolutely going crazy from the 3-point line. The Bulls could not defend them from the 3-point line. 4 players for the Bulls actually scored over 20 points, but the bench was really pitiful. We had a great game from Lonnie Walker off the bench with 20 points with 6 3-pointers, and the Nets overall made 25 3-pointers, which is absolutely insane. They were 2 3-pointers shy of their own franchise record and 4 3-pointers shy of the NBA record. And they actually cruised into a win in the 118-109 over the Bulls. Lastly, Wemby and Jeremy Sohan tankfest continues. Yeah. He just does not have the point guard vision, unfortunately. And Wemby is suffering from it. He, in 25 minutes, had 22 points, 11 rebounds, 6 steals, 4 blocks. And they still are not able to pass it to him enough. Devin Vassell off the bench looked really good once again. He had 19 points. Trey Jones played well as he started actually in the second half for the injured Jeremy Sohan, which is intriguing. I don't know if he'll be missing some time. I did not read anything about that. But I really feel actually bad for Jeremy Sohan because he was really good last year. And he had a good vision and good feel for the game. But as a point guard, it's just too much, man. For the Nuggets, there was no Aaron Gordon, but it was no problem. Jokic, 39, 11, and 9. MPJ had 25.7 rebounds. Reggie Jackson with another good game, 20.7 rebounds, 6 assists. Shout out Reggie Jackson. And the Nuggets kinda cruise at home to a 132-120 victory. Kyrie is also sad that the KD Harden trio did not work out with him. He's compared it to that one girl. You're sad it got away. And that's it for the news. Lightning McQueen is the GOAT. Be kind to yourself and to others as always. Love yourselves and yeah, peace.